Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 Baek Battles. We are using my Worlds team that I brought to the day one of the Pokemon 2017 World Championship with Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Arcanine, Metagross, Tapu Fini, and Tapu Bulu. So today I actually started my first day of attending college classes. Of course, it's not really just learning. It's just like, you know, getting the basics done, like understanding what's going on in the class, etc, etc. Basically just some outlines. But yeah, I'm kind of tired, but I'd rather record a video since my roommates are gone currently, so I do. As Summer from the United States of New York with a 1689 rating will be our first opponent, with the team of Garchomp, Kartana, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Muck, and Aerodactyl. So a different team than we have seen Summer previously use, but if I remember correctly, she did use this at the Liberty Garden Invitational. So let's see how I want to handle this. Tapu Koko looks extremely good. I don't know if she's Scarf Garchomp or not. That's the question. Like, a Scarf Garchomp could be a bit scary to handle. Like, it really could be very scary to handle. Tapu Fini does really match up well against Summer's team, which is why I think I do want to go. There are a bunch of things that could do well against my opponent's team. Like, I think Tapu Koko is very solid. Like, Tapu Koko is definitely very solid in the matchup. I kind of just want to go, like, maybe I could go Arcanine, Tapu Bulu, for instance, which I think could work. There are a bunch of things I could do, and how I want to lead this is a good question, because, to be honest, I kind of want to bring a lot of different Pokemon. I think I could see Fini being used very well here because of the Soak combination. It helps against Muck, but I could also just bring Garchomp to handle like Arcanine and the Muck, which is kind of what I'm considering. I think I'm gonna go Arcanine Bulu. Yeah, Arcanine Bulu with Garchomp and Tapu Koko in the back. I guess the question is like what kind of team composition my opponent has. I believe, if I remember correctly, she posted a pic of this team and it had a Farium Z on the Tapu Fini. So if it is the Farium Z on Tapu Fini, I would assume it's not going to be Groundium Z Garchomp. I would assume it'd be the Choice Scarf variant, like she's very comfortable with. So I'm going to have to play probably around the Scarf Garchomp, and I'm going to have to anticipate probably the Poison Jab turn 1. I will lead Arcanine, which I think is a very solid matchup, as we do see the Tapu Fini Muck. So this is pretty good. Let's see if I'm faster than the Tapu Fini or not, because that's a big question. It looks like I am faster than the Tapu Fini, which is good to know, as Intimidate's also going to fire off before, so that's a bit interesting as well. Misty Surge is going to activate as well, and I'm not sure what she's going to do here. I could see a bunch of things. I don't think she's going to Moonblast the Arcanine slot. She might Moonblast the Tapu Bulu slot in case. I could see maybe a knockoff into the Arcanine slot. There are a bunch of plays she could make here. I think I want to go into Garchomp for my Arcanine slot, and I think I do just want to go for the Protect right here with my Tapu Bulu, because I feel like that is the safest play here. I definitely do feel like that is the safest play here, as I do want to go into Garchomp, because I don't think she's ever going to Moonblast that slot. I really don't think she would, as Muck is actually going to withdraw, which is fine too. And out into Garchomp she goes, so Garchomp is going to come out, which is okay for me, as I will protect my Tapu Bulu here. And let's see what the Tapu Fini goes for. It's going to go for a Scald into the Arcanine slot, which is okay. I mean, I'm not exactly crazy about my Garchomp taking a lot of chip damage. Yet, I feel like this is an okay position, because right here I could go for basically, I could go for switching to Arcanine and Bloom Doom, since I will be able to survive the Garchomp's Poison Jab if she is going to go for Poison Jab here. I could switch out Tapu Bulu and Arcanine, yet I don't feel like that it really has much usage. Because I really want the KO on Tapu Fini. Like, getting the KO on Tapu Fini would be fantastic here. So I think I am going to make the Arcanine play, especially since I really don't need Tapu Bulu for much of anything. Handling this Tapu Fini would already be great anyway, so I think I am just going to go for a Bloom Doom here, as Garchomp's actually going to double out, which is fine for me, as Kartana's going to come out. I do not mind that at all, especially if she doesn't protect here, but I'm pretty sure maybe a Protector Mux, which will be coming out. So I will go back into Arcanine, which does provide this Intimidate here. This Intimidate is going to be absolutely huge for my team. So I'll be able to fire off the Kartana. And once I get rid of this Tapu Fini, that's one Pokemon that's checking my Arcanine, which is stopping her entire team, basically. And it looks like, nice, I caught her. So I do get the Bloom Doom off. And this will target down the Tapu Fini. And this is going to be a knockout, I believe, because she didn't have Intimidate on her team. So this is a neutral Bloom Doom, but this is Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu is a very strong Pokemon, especially with the adamant nature. So let us see. Can she survive the Bloom Doom? I highly doubt it. She has to be like Rindo Berry or Focus Sash or some kind of weird item on Tapu Fini. No one runs that. As Tapu Fini gets obliterated, so Tapu Fini will be going down here. So nice. Tapu Fini goes down, which is excellent here. And let's see what my opponent is going to bring out next. Probably, I would assume the Garchomp's coming back out, but it's actually going to be the Muck instead, which is, you know, a bit interesting, but I do not mind this too much. I really don't mind this too much. The Poison Jab, though, is kind of probably going to catch me off guard. Yet, I kind of want to double out my Arcanine, to be honest. I don't need Garchomp much anymore, because Arcanine just does so well in this matchup. I think I want to go out into my Garchomp on probably a knockoff, and I am going to... I could Protect here, I could sub. I think Protect is fine here. Yeah, Protect is fine here. I don't, even if I get sub up, I can't do anything to Muck or Kartana in the back. So I feel like this is the play I want to make, especially since I do want to keep Intimidate around. Intimidate's going to be very important as Kartana does withdraw. So maybe I should have just went straight out into my... Maybe I should have just went straight for the substitute, because I thought that might have been a play she could have made here. I'm not sure. I doubt Muck protects here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a knockoff. Or potentially Poison Jab. In this case, if she does Poison Jab, my Tapu Bulu is in a pretty good spot here, as it is going to be the Poison Jab in the Tapu Bulu slot, which is actually really good for me, because now I can just fire off an Earthquake and a Wood Hammer into the Garchomp slot. That's still going to be doing a lot of damage to the Garchomp, especially since Garchomp can't knock me out unless it goes for, let's say, a Poison Jab. But in order to lock yourself in a Poison Jab, that means most likely that, well, if you locked yourself in a Poison Jab, you can't do anything to my Garchomp then. So I think I want an Earthquake, and I think Substitute might be the play here. Substitute seems pretty good actually here. Yeah, so I'm going to sub here. I think sub is a very free play. I don't care if he goes for Poison Jab. My opponent can't go for Earthquake. Rock Slide, I guess, is a play. We are going to see that we're just going to see the switch out. So here comes the Kartana in again. But here I get the Earthquake off, which is going to handle that Muck. That's going to do so much damage to this Muck. And I do get a Substitute up, so I do prevent a potential Poison Jab that's coming out from my opponent here. As, yep, we're going to see a Berry come out from the Muck. And that's going to heal up. I believe she's always like the Poison Touch Muck though, so that I do have to look out for. Then again, I doubt it's going to matter since I am in Misty Terrain. So Poison Jab is going to come out. That is going to break my sub, but my Tapu Bulu is still alive. Keeping my Tapu Bulu alive, and I think I do want to preserve it now, especially since now having the Tapu Bulu alive is so crucial because of the fact that it does stop like a Scarf Garchomp sweep. So I will go out into my Arcanine here. Arcanine can handle anything, especially since Tapu Bulu would switch out after Kartana, which is the main threat I'm thinking of. If it does the Kartana, that is kind of bad. However, I still have my Tapu Koko with HP Fire in the back. And the Kartana, if it has Focus Sash or AV, is in range of my Hidden Power Fire. So no matter what, I am good. As we're going to see the double out, go out on the Garchomp, which is completely okay for me. As let's see what my opponent goes for, as I will just protect my Garchomp right here on the Leaf Blade is going to come out into the Garchomp slot. So pretty much the most ideal turn, because now I get to go out into my Tapu Bulu, and I get to click Will-O-Wisp into, I would say... I would probably just Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp slot. I mean, I could target down the Kartana with a Flare Blitz, but I'm not really that worried about Kartana. Maybe if it's Scarf, but even if it's Scarf, like, I'm not really worried about it at all. To be honest, there's no really big Kartana. Yeah, like, especially since I'm pretty sure she always runs Assault Vest, so she's just going to switch out to Muck. Does that mean she's going for Earthquake, or is she just going for Rock Slide? If she's going for Rock Slide, I hope we connect Will-O-Wisp, because if we connect Will-O-Wisp, that should actually just be the game, I think, because of the fact that I can just win with Garchomp combined with Tapu Koko. So I will get my Aggressive Surge up, so Earthquake won't be doing too much. And Rock Slide, oh, Dragon Claw actually into Tapu Bulu, so that's even better for me. I get the Will-O-Wisp off into that Garchomp, which is absolutely fantastic. And she is locked in the Dragon Claw now. So this is a fantastic turn for me, actually. Like, this is probably the best turn I could have potentially asked for, because now I guess I could just Flare Blitz the Garchomp slot and prevent Kartana from ever coming out, because I don't need to really worry about the Garchomp slot. I don't really have to worry about the Muck slot. I could Will-O-Wisp though. Like I'm feeling like Will-O-Wisp could be just a strong play here. I could just Flare Blitz here. I'm not sure if she really needs her Garchomp anymore. She might switch out. She might just sack Garchomp because I don't think Garchomp does any big role here. I feel like I do just want to Will-O-Wisp to Muck though. I feel like it's a better play because even if Garchomp switches out, which I should have called it. I knew that Kartana might have come in, but I didn't think she would ever risk it, to be honest, because I don't think there's a point of risking it. But I do get a sub up with Tapu Bulu, which is pretty good, and I'll be able to Will-O-Wisp the Muck. Either way, I'm getting a good turn off this, especially since I get the burn on the Muck, which is pretty good. Even if my opponent goes for knockoff here, I have Grassy Terrain recovering, as we're just going to see the Poison Jab into the Tapu Bulu slot, so that's also okay for me because of the fact now I'm pretty sure I could just Flare Blitz the Kartana, and I could go for sub, I think, again, or I could just go for the Wood Hammer or something. No matter what, I am in a pretty decent position, especially since no Z move can KO my Arcanine. All out pummeling is definitely not going to pick up the knockout. Of course, we don't know what kind of Kartana it is yet, but yeah, I'm just going to go for the sub here. Like, I have no reason not to, and I'll just Flare Blitz the Kartana slot. Like, there's no reason for me not to Flare Blitz that slot. Even if she doubles out in a Garchomp again, I don't think there's... Yeah. So I see that she's going for the Garchomp play, which makes sense. You're going to reset your move. You're going to keep Kartana alive. But the fact is, I'm going to get the substitute up no matter what. Unless you go for the Poison Jab once again. But leaving the Arcanine alone, I feel like it's a huge mistake, because the Arcanine is the one that's doing all this work to your team. Like, look at what Arcanine has done so far. It's burned your Garchomp. It's burned your Muck. It's doing so much to help me right now. Where is your position? You're just going to Poison Jab the Tapu Bulu. That is completely okay by me, because now I can just Wood Hammer and knock out your Garchomp. I don't even need Tapu Bulu anymore. Like, at this stage of the game, Tapu Bulu was only there to weaken the Earthquake coming out from my opponent potentially on the first turn. But now that you're burned, I don't really mind. Like, I really don't mind here. So I think I do want to save my Arcanine. Intimidate is always crucial in the game, especially since I feel like I don't need Garchomp as healthy, especially since Garchomp can pretty much recover for free on these Pokemon with the Grassy Terrain. So I don't care if she doubles out back into her Kartana. I do expect maybe Tapu Bulu to go down this turn, so I'm just going to go back into Garchomp, save my Arcanine, and I'm pretty sure I don't care if she goes back into Kartana. I really don't, and it doesn't look like she did. So unless she Rock Slide finishes my Tapu Bulu, I do get the KO, or she KOs my Tapu Bulu, which is also okay by me. Just going to go for the Poison Jab, which is okay as well. His Tapu Bulu is going to go down. Yep. But that is fine. That is fine. Knockoff going to go out into Garchomp. You're going to be taking a bit of Rough Skin, and Garchomp going to be able to heal a bit back from that little Grassy Terrain, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, with Burn and Grassy Terrain, it does kind of hurt me because, well, for my opponent, because the fact that I don't get to chip with Will-O-Wisp. Yet, I don't think it's too bad at all. Like, I really don't think it's too bad at all, as I'm pretty sure I can just fire off some Flare Blitz and Rock Slides here. As I will go back out into my Arcanine. I don't know if she's going to go into Kartana again. Would she go into Kartana? I don't think she would, but I don't think I should ever take the risk if she does. I could also just Rock Slide Flare Blitz the Muck, which actually might just be able to pick up the knockout, which I think is the better play. So I'm just going to Rock Slide here and go for a Flare Blitz in the Muck, as Garchomp's just going to stay in Poison Jab. Yep, she's just going to stay in and let her Kartana get never let Kartana go down to the Flare Blitz. But Rock Slide plus Flare Blitz, I think, will be able to knock out Muck. This will be close. I don't have as much attack investment on this Arcanine as I used to on my other Arcanine, so this might be close. Ooh, barely missing the knockout, which is a bit unfortunate for me. But Muck does flinch, unfortunately, for her, which is pretty crucial for me because of the fact that now I get to keep my berry. I mean, I still have Hidden Power Fire Tapu Koko in the back, so unless she's Scarf Kartana, which I kind of doubt she is, I'm pretty sure she's Assault Vest on this team. I don't think she had any way to win, really. Like, I don't think she really has any way to win. And I can just... I guess I can just Flare Blitz the Garchomp slot. I could also just Earthquake here. Like, Earthquake's also a fine play here. I do just want to Flare Blitz here and Rock Slide, I think, because I get chip damage as well as potentially if she gets to poison, that's actually pretty good for me because I'll be able to get my berry back. So I'm just gonna rock side flare, but especially if she tries to be cheeky and predict something like such as a protect EQ. I did not want her to ever get that. So nice, I call it, get the rock slide off into the muck, and I'll be able to get the flare blitz off with this Arcanine and destroy this Kartana. So Kartana is definitely going to go down here, and it's going to be the Garchomp against the world, and the burn Garchomp really can't do anything. Like, I don't see anything that she can do to win this game. Crit Earthquake won't knock out my Garchomp, which is very fortunate. I still have my Arcanine, and Intimidate's very, very huge, especially if she goes for like a Dragon Claw or something. She doesn't even know my back Pokemon. But she can just spam Earthquake. I think Earthquake's pretty free against my team. So, but I will just go into Tapu Koko here and just protect my Garchomp, since I think it is a safe play here. Stall out a little bit of the burn, get another Intimidate onto this Garchomp, which would be very helpful here, as I will get my Tapu Koko in. And provide this electric terrain, which doesn't do anything. But I'm just playing a very slow game, trying to avoid as much hacks as possible, as we are just going to see the Earthquake, which is fine here. I'm not even sure if Earthquake 2 KOs my Tapu Koko at this point. We'll find out here. It's going to... yeah, it's not even a 2 KO actually, so I don't want a Nature's Madness. Nature's Madness I think would be a bad play here. I could just Sky Drop Sword Stance. Although I think Nature's Madness Earthquake is also fine, to be honest, at this rate. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't want to reveal any more information, so I'll just Nature's Madness Earthquake. I mean, it doesn't matter because I don't think she can KO Garchomp even with 2 crits. Yeah, like, that Earthquake is really doing nothing, and that's just a burned one. It's not even Intimidated, I believe. So I do get the Nature's Madness off, which does connect on the Garchomp, and the Earthquake should be able to finish it off. If not, the burn will definitely finish it off, but I'm pretty sure this is a neutral Earthquake. This should be able to pick up the KO on the Garchomp, and that'll be a good game to Summer. So we do take the first game of today's episode, and again, I feel like this team, like you saw, Tapu Bulu, Garchomp, I mean, yes, I never was able to click Earthquake against the Muck when I had Grassy Terrain out, but I feel like the healing was pretty useful. The fact that, like, Garchomp covered the weaknesses of Muck for the Tapu Bulu, as well as the Tapu Bulu help supporting against the Tapu Fini. I feel like it's a decent core, and although it looks strange, I think it's actually decent. And of course, I'll go more into detail about that when I actually create that team building, World's Team Analysis video, but I think it has potential, to be honest. I do think it has potential. That was a really long game. Wow, that was 17 minutes. No, not 17 minutes. I think I recorded like a few minutes early. But we're going to move on to the next game. And yeah, wow. I feel like I've been on fire ever since I came back, which is surprising. I dropped 1 game, as you can see, but I think that 1 game was like happened during recording, and then my roommate came in, and then I timed out like a bunch. So yeah, a bit unfortunate there, as we find our next opponent. This team. Oh wait, this team's a bit different. Okay, we got Tapu Koko, Marowak, Celesteela, Crocodile, Whimsicott, and Milotic. When I remember, this team is very similar to one we've used in the past, but it was actually Kartana over the Whimsicott. I'm not sure what Whimsicott really offers to the table. Like, Kartana was really good on this team, so I'm not sure what it really offers. This is definitely going to be a strange one in my opinion. Metagross does do really well. This is actually really tough. Like, this team matchup is really, really tough. Man, this is tough. Okay, so I think the modes I want to go here, because I think the modes that are probably the most solid here are probably, I would say, my Soak mode with Tapu Fini, Tapu Bulu. I think Arcanine is pretty solid, and Garchomp. I don't think Metagross really does too much. I mean, it can, like, +2 Bullet Punch would be pretty good against my opponent's team, but I don't think I really like it too much here, and I think it's kind of annoying. That Milotic's going to be annoying, but I think I want to lead Tapu Fini, Tapu Bulu, which is very solid against my opponent's team. I want to bring Arcanine and Garchomp. The Milotic's going to be hard to play around, I think, but I think these are the 4 Pokemon that I need to bring in order to have a good chance of winning. So this is pretty much the main core I usually brought to games, like when I was testing this team, was just a Tapu Fini, Tapu Bulu lead, because the fact you could Oko Snorlax, you can Oko Celesteela, you can Oko Mandibuzz, like a bunch of setup Pokemon, like Porygon 2 for instance, like you can knock them out with one hit. Like, that's fantastic. It really shuts down some momentum on the opponent's side. So let's see here. Whimsicott plus Marowak. That's not good, especially if this is Nature's Power on the Whimsicott, which, you know, it might be, so that's not good. Especially since I don't have Protect either. I feel like I'm in a position where I can lose turn 1. I mean, it is probably Groundium Z Crocodile and the Kartana. The Kartana was Sash, so I kind of feel like the Whimsicott. Like, I don't see why you would run Z Nature's Power on this team. You only have one Tapu, so I don't think you would have it actually. So, I don't know if my opponent knows about Soak, but I think I want to go for Soak Hornleech this first turn. No, Soak Woodhammer is always a play because, I don't know, Marowak could protect in the Tailwind here. I could definitely see that. I could see Bloom Doom if this Whimsicott does carry it, which would be very, very scary here, but I don't think my opponent has it on this team. Light Screen, okay. Oh, that's so good for me actually, because I didn't bring a special attacker other than Tapu Fini. I have 3 physical attackers, so I do get the Soak off. I'm not sure if Hornleech actually KOs Marowak, because Marowak has a pretty high defense stat, so I do want to go for the Woodhammer for safety, and I do want to keep my Bloom Doom. So nice. I'm able to knock out Marowak the first turn. Huge threat to my Tapu Bulu, as well as my Arcanine. That is a huge threat knocked out. And the fact that Whimsicott's pretty much standing there doing nothing is fantastic. I mean, that was pretty much the best turn I could ask for, especially since Light Screen really doesn't do much in this game. I don't think I'm really clicking Moonblast at all, as Tapu Koko is going to come out, which is a bit scary here. Which is pretty much free to Dazzling Gleam. Fake Tears is an option for my opponent. Okay, that is a bit scary. I think I'm gonna go. I think I have to pull a double switch because I do want my terrains up. I mean, Bloom Doom probably KOs Tapu Koko. I should probably scout for like a hidden power. On the original version of this team, it was like a Scarf Koko, so, you know, I just want to be careful. I think the best play is just to go into Arcanine and Garchomp. I could see the Z move now transferred on top of Koko, to be honest, but we'll see here. I definitely want to retreat my 2 Pokemon and see, because I need those Pokemon to handle like Crocodile, for instance. Like, Crocodile is a bit of an annoying Pokemon to handle if it's in the back. For Garchomp and Arcanine, it could also be something like Celesteela, which isn't too bad. Oh, Moonblast, that's probably going to go, okay, into Arcanine, which is fine. So, not really going to do too much as Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so catching my Garchomp on the switching. Let's see, that's Life Orb or Modest? Yeah, that's just Life Orb. Okay, so my opponent made some adjustments to this team. I did not really mind that too much. I can just go, I think a safe place just to go into Tapu Bulu right here. And Flare Blitz, I could Will-O-Wisp. I think Flare Blitz is a fine play. I could also, or I could just protect Bulldoze, to be honest. No, I don't want to. I always want to switch on to Tapu Bulu because of the fact that Thunderbolt can do a lot of damage here. So I could just. I think I need to get rid of Whimsicott. Whimsicott's a huge threat, man. I think Whimsicott's a really huge threat to my team. Like, it really is. It just does so much. So I'm going to switch out on my Tapu Bulu here. As, let's see what my opponent is going to go for. Thunderbolt, Moonblast again is fine. Yep, it's just going to be Moonblast. And I'm pretty sure Thunderbolt's going to come out after. So that's okay with me. As Moonblast is going to do a huge amount. Oh, it's a crit. That's kind of annoying because I need Tapu Koko to be able to survive Dazzling Gleam, and now I don't think it can. And nice, I think Flare Blitz was the right call here because of the fact that I'll be able to get my berry back after the recoil. I should survive any recoil of Whimsicott that it can handle. Yep, and it's going to be a Focus Sash variant, so that is okay. But this game got a lot harder. Yeah, I barely survived the recoil. I think that might be max HP. That might be max HP. But again, it's frustrating. Like, the crit on Moonblast really hurts me because I can't live with Dazzle now. I can't live with Dazzle now. Even if I protect, I don't think I can live with Dazzle. The way I think I have to get back into this game is get a heal pulse off somehow with my Tapu Fini onto one of my Pokemon. The good part is, okay, Okay, would you because I could see Moonblast Thunderbolt into Arcanine, so maybe it might be worth sacking my Bulu here. Yeah, because yeah, I think this is the play. I think I want a Horn Leech and I want a Flare Blitz here. Because I do guarantee one knockout. We're gonna see the Whimsicott withdraw actually. Go on to Crocodile. Ooh, what are you going for? I would assume Dazzling Gleam at this point then. I would assume Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, okay. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay, so Dazzle does pick up the knockout on Tapu Bulu. That crit really stinks here. And now I get a Flare Blitz off of the Crocodile, which, you know, isn't too bad, but it's not what I wanted. I definitely need the Whimsicott gone. Whimsicott's a big threat, especially with the light screen. It's really helping my opponent now. Okay, how can I win this? That's the question. Like, how can I win this? Light screen now actually comes to play because I had to Moonblast the Crocodile for a knockout, I think. Tapu Fini will come out. Yeah, Tapu Fini will come out. Bring out my Misty Surge, which doesn't really change anything. Let me see. This is the last turn of Light Screen too. Maybe I could Heal Pulse my Garchomp. I don't think I have the potential to Heal Pulse my Garchomp though. So I might need a crit with Moonblast here onto Crocodile. Or maybe going for... I don't see a way I can win this game, to be honest. Even if I crit it. Like, if everything goes right, I still don't think I can win. No matter what play I make. Yeah, I'm just gonna Moonblast Protect. Unless Tapu Koko switches out. And then Whimsicott, did you Earthquake? No, you just Protect. Okay. That is an interesting play. I mean, you get the electric... I guess you get a free light screen if I stay in, or you get your Tapu Koko back in. Yeah, I should have just Heal Pulse, man. Should have went for the Heal Pulse. Like, if I went for the Heal Pulse, I actually could have won this game. Well, it depends on what kind of Crocodile it is. If it's Jolly, I think Tectonic Rage knocks out my Garchomp after. But yeah, we're in quite a bit of a predicament right now. I'm gonna Moonblast the Whimsicott, try to pick up the knockout, and I am going to... I don't think I can win. I Moonblast here. Maybe I need a double. Yet even if I get the double, I don't think I can win. Ah, that one turn really sucked for me. Okay, we do get the double, which is nice. I do need to knock out this Whimsicott right here. It's Endeavor. Well, I do have a berry, which is nice. Okay, maybe if my opponent went for Earthquake here and crits the... No, it went for Tectonic Rage. It might have went into the... Let's see. Is there a way for me to win this? We're going to see the Tectonic Rage here. That's going to go into Arcanine. Okay. Does that pick up the knockout? That's a question. Does that pick up the knockout? Probably through Protect. Yeah, I would assume so. Yep. So I do get the knockout onto the Whimsicott. Okay, okay. I see a chance we could win, but it's still very slim, in my opinion. So we do get the knockout on Whimsicott, which is really good here. Yet now I bring out my Garchomp, he brings out his Tapu Koko, and now it's like a mind game. Maybe if I crit Earthquake. Like, how much is my Tapu Fini at? I guess is the question here. My Tapu Fini is too low in my opinion to win, because I don't think I'll live 2 Dazzles. I don't know. There are so many plays you can make. My opponent could just go for Thunderbolt and Crunch. That's definitely a potential play. Could go for Dazzle, but I'm not sure if you go for Dazzle, because if Tapu Fini crits... Okay, maybe there's one out. I'm gonna Swagger the Tapu Koko and Protect and hope he doesn't go for Thunderbolt, and I hope he goes for Dazzle. Or, that was also, that was another thing I was thinking of. him doing just protecting. If I Tectonic Rage to Crocodile, I might have had a chance. Oh no. Oh no. Earthquake. Yeah, what I needed to do was okay, I guess the question, no, Earthquake should knock out Garchomp. I think the play there was either Tectonic Rage, hope I crit the Coco through Protect, or Tectonic Rage to Crocodile. No, I should Tectonic Rage to Crocodile and heal Pulse. Oh, I'm so bad. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely the play. Like, I thought he might, like, in the back of my mind, I thought there's a chance Coco could Protect, but I feel like giving me any sort of momentum, like, I didn't think my opponent would do it. I thought he should have went for the attack there, but instead going for a more, I guess it's kind of safer in his mind, but in my opinion, that's the one thing that could have got me back into the game, was if I just went for the Tectonic Rage and a Crocodile. Of course, it depends on if I outspeed Crocodile, because if he's jolly once again, he will outspeed me, but if he's adamant, he'll definitely not outspeed me. So I think I needed to heal post Tectonic Rage that turn. So that was one play. I should have played a bit more riskier throughout the game. Of course, that crit did suck, but I still did have a chance to win, so yeah, not too mad about that one. But we only did 2 battles for today, but I think we're almost around the 30-minute mark, so I feel like that's a good place to leave off. Thank you everyone for watching. If you did like this video, please leave a like down below. It does show your support, as well as you can check out the previous episodes of VGC 17 Back-to-Back Battles if you have missed them. You can always check them out in the description down below, as always. And of course, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment down below. It's going to be a bit strange for the next few weeks, just adapting to college life, classes and stuff. I also have to work around, I'm probably going to try to find a job as well, so it's going to be a bit weird managing a part-time job, as well as you know, going to classes, as well as studying, as well as trying to do YouTube. And the main reason, of course, I want to find a job, part-time job, is one, to help pay for the tuition, and two, I want to see people at events. I do want to go to some more events, so especially since I can't go to Premier Challenges and mid-seasons as much anymore, since they're not really in my local area. I want to try to attend more regionals, so I do want to see people. So in order to do that, I have to start making some money. And yeah, hope that everyone enjoyed, and I'll see you around in another video.